What's going on, guys? It's Clutch Plays here, and today we're going to be talking about 6 players that the Knicks need to sign before it's too late. I had a mid-season Knicks players grade video that I was working on, but then realized that if I was getting bored analyzing Taj Gibson and Bobby Portis' game, then I could only imagine how bored you guys would be watching it. On top of that, the trade deadline is coming up, so the Knicks are hopefully going to be sellers, so it really makes no sense to grade the Knicks roster because half the minutes are going to guys who are not even in our future plans. This tweet basically sums up everything as of right now when it comes to Knicks analysis. Tell me if I am wrong down below, I'd be surprised if I am. The trade deadline is in 17 days and is pretty calm from the Knicks perspective so far, and a new report came out saying that the Knicks have withdrawn from the Andre Drummond race and will try to go after him in free agency. I don't know what to think about this, but since Steve Mills is probably and hopefully going to be gone by the end of the season, at least we know we might not overpay for an average player. Marcus Morris. Continuing on, in the past few days, rival executives have apparently come out and said that everyone on the Knicks is available except for RJ Barrett. This is promising and concerning at the same time because the Knicks may have finally realized that they need to sell everyone and play their young guys, but then again, for some reason, they may have just given up on Mitch. They tried to trade for another center in Andre Drummond and now make Mitch available in trades. Can you guys just resign already? My emotions are through the roof right now. But since the Knicks know something needs to change with this underperforming roster, there are a few people that the Knicks should sign to help their team for the future. They recently signed Kenny Wooten to a 2-way deal, which was a great move, and once more trades occur that open up roster spots, here are 6 players that the Knicks should look into signing. Number 1, Jamal Crawford. Jamal Crawford is one of the players that the Knicks need to look into signing before the end of the season. Jamal is 39 years old, but people think he's kind of washed, in the same way people thought Melo was washed last year. There is no real reason, especially since he scored 51 points in the last game that he played. It's baffling that he's somehow still a free agent, but the real reason the Knicks should pick him up is because of the veteran presence he brings to the locker room. Jamal Crawford is one of the best teammates in the entire NBA and even won a Teammate of the Year award because of how much his teammates loved him on and off the court. He is so confused on why he isn't on an NBA roster, which he has every right to think because if you really think about it, it makes no sense. With the Knicks realizing they are not in a position to make the playoffs, they should look to play and develop their young guys more and more. Adding Jamal Crawford to the mix of guards would be great so he can mentor the other young guards with their game. He will be very accepting of any NBA offer right now and will gladly take the Knicks job, even if his minutes aren't guaranteed. On top of this, if Alonzo Trier is somehow still on the team post-trade deadline, since Crawford and Trier have near identical games, it would be great for Trier's development, similar to DeAndre Jordan and Mitch last year. Bringing Jamal Crawford back to NYC will be one of the best moves the Knicks have made this season, and once they make a roster spot open, they need to seriously contemplate adding him to this team. Number 2, Lamar Peters. Lamar Peters was with the Knicks Summer League team where he did not do anything spectacular, but playing in the G League has seriously improved his game. Overall, he's averaging 18 points and 7 assists on 42% from 3-point range, and this is all in 30 minutes per game. These stats are pretty incredible, and just to put it into perspective, Kadeem Allen, the Knicks' other 2-way player, is averaging 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists on 26% from 3 in the G League. The difference between these two players is that Lamar Peters is 21 and in his first season, while Kadeem Allen is 27 and has been in the NBA for a couple years now. Knicks have struggled with their 3-point percentage, especially from the point guard position, and Lamar Peters can come in and fix that issue immediately. On top of this, he has a very tight dribble and is extremely athletic for his position. On the flip side, he struggles significantly on the defensive side of the ball due to his height, but is great at creating deflections and getting steals. Lamar does not have the best decision making and averages about 4 turnovers per game, but in his defense, he is 21 years old and a rookie. His G League performance has been promising thus far, and the Knicks should definitely make a move to sign him before someone else does. By no means do I think he'll be a star or anything, but I do think he'd be a significant upgrade over DSJ based off of the way he's been playing as of recent. Number 3, James Palmer Jr. James Palmer Jr. is a 6'5" shooting guard from Nebraska College and has made a name for himself in the G League. He's currently not with the Westchester Knicks, but actually with the Clippers G League team, and he's averaging 21 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds on 38% from 3 in about 30 minutes per game. Palmer has an incredible scoring ability, as in college he was a top 5 scorer in the Big Ten, which has continued into the G League where he is a top 10 scorer. The main reason Palmer went undrafted was because of his inconsistent shooting abilities, but he has proved his critics wrong, as he is shooting over 38% from 3-point range. Palmer isn't the most athletic player out there, but still will put in a consistent effort on that side of the ball, as he averages 1.5 steals per game. As of recent, Palmer has not yet been signed by a team, but the interest is beginning to pile up, and I would not be surprised by any means if he becomes a New York Knick. With Alonzo Trier frustrated with the Knicks about his minutes, he will probably be on the way out, so Palmer is a player the Knicks should look to possibly fill his role as a scorer at the shooting guard position. Number 4, Dakota Mathias. Dakota is another player on a different G League team, but he is a 6'4" shooting guard who is a dead-eye from 3-point range. Dakota is still only 24 years old and is playing the best basketball of his career down with the Texas G League team. He is averaging 18 points per game while shooting 9 threes per game on 39% from 3-point range. Dakota is constantly followed and known as the 3-point shooter in games, so his shots do not come with ease and take a lot of movement off the ball. He's also a very good defender and fits the 3-and-D mold perfectly down in the G League. Overall, it doesn't hurt going after a relatively young 3-and-D player who will open up the floor for RJ when playing. Signing a shooter of his caliber seems like a good idea because any shooters the Knicks can get their hands on as of right now will be helpful. I mean, anything is better than Wayne Ellington, am I right? Number 5, Kenny Wooten. Now I know the Knicks already signed him to a 2-way contract, but if I can find any excuse to talk about his game, you already know I will. For Kenny, I will say why he should be on the Knicks roster rather than why he should be stored in the G League. Kenny doesn't have the most developed offensive game, but if the G League had a Defensive Player of the Year award, he would win it by a mile. Some of his blocks are so crazy, and even though he's a 6'8" power forward, his hops make up for his lack of height at his position. In the last game with the Knicks, he had 6 blocks in under 24 minutes and averages 3.6 blocks per game in 24 minutes. His athleticism is insane, as he has about a 42-inch vertical the last time it was measured, and it's honestly probably higher now. He's also a huge lob threat on every single possession of the game. The upside is crazy for this young man, and he should be getting a long-term contract similar to that of Mitchell Robinson's rookie contract. The only issue with his game is that Kenny will need to put on a few more pounds playing with Mitch and develop a good jump shot so they can really coexist. Overall, giving Taj Gibson minutes over Kenny on a 12-32 team makes no sense and should be changed ASAP. Number 6, Jeremy Lin. With the final player on this list, the Knicks need to look into re-signing Jeremy Lin. Ever since Jeremy Lin's Linsanity run with the Knicks, he's become an average to below average player. He thrives under pressure, and reuniting with the Knicks would be the perfect fit. The Knicks have numerous young point guards who could use some help with their confidence right now, such as Frank and DSJ, so adding him would be a great move. Jeremy Lin is another one of those NBA players that teams just kind of banished, even though they are not completely washed yet. Last year, Jeremy Lin averaged 7 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists in 18 minutes for the Raptors, and the year before that with the Hawks, he averaged 10 points in 18 minutes. Elfrid definitely will have value on the trade market and should be moved, so hopefully the Knicks can play their young guys and add Jeremy Lin as a mentor for these dudes. On top of this, let's not forget about the fan aspect and how much everyone in New York City would love to see Jeremy Lin in a New York Knicks jersey again. In a season that has gone pretty poorly, at least give us the treat of seeing Jeremy Lin in a Knicks jersey one last time. Before I end the video, I just wanted to give some honorable mentions to some players, for example Marcin Gortat, because he would give the Knicks an actual center to help mentor Mitch instead of Taj Gibson, who was a power forward for his entire career. Marcin can still put in quality minutes for a short amount of minutes, which is exactly what the Knicks really need right now. Also, similar to the Jeremy Lin situation, why not offer J.R. Smith a contract? This is more for the marketing value rather than helping the young players, but J.R. would be a great shooter to add to this team. The mentorship may not necessarily be there, but the Knicks are one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the entire NBA and could use someone like JR. What do you guys think about these honorable mentions that I gathered here? And do you guys think that the Knicks should sign JR or Marcin Gortat? On top of this, tell me what you guys thought about all the other players and if you think I missed someone that the Knicks should seriously look at signing. In the next few days, I'm going to actually put out a question asking you guys to comment trades that you guys would like to see, so be on the lookout for that. And please don't comment LeBron and Anthony Davis for Marcus Morris and Julius Randle, and please make them reasonable. Now with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'm out, and peace!